The global pandemic put us all in a horrible situation. Supermarket shelves were bare just a few months ago. You shouldn't have to suffer with horrible toilet paper. Introducing Triumph Tissue, a Black family-owned and operated luxury 3-ply toilet paper brand. It's like wiping your ass with silk. Get the convenience of a subscription service delivered to your door. That's right, you don't have to waste your gas to wipe your ass. Go to www.triumphtissue.com and wipe like a winner.
When you're trying to run a business, you don't have time to figure out how to build a website and take care of your customers and make sales. You should get a complete web package from bullyai.com. Bully AI uses custom bots to close sales, take orders, make and confirm appointments, and more. Give your ideas and your content to our dedicated web developers, and in 72 hours, you'll have a fully functional sales-generating website and a bot that will turn your business into the money-making empire you deserve, starting at an incredible $7 a month. Go to www.bullyai.com now to give your business a boost. That's www.bullyai.com. This is David Banner, and I fully support this message. Thank you.
David Banner.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Corey Anders, aka Dirtbag Corey. This week we have a very special guest on the David Banner podcast, and I just wanted to take a quick moment to just lay the groundwork and foundation for this particular episode. Deion Sanders. We're talking NFL Hall of Famer, Pro Bowler, only person in history to ever play in an NFL game and Major League Baseball game in the same day. The only person in history to ever play in the Super Bowl and the World Series. He also won a couple of Super Bowls amongst many other accomplishments. So it's truly an honor to have him on the David Banner podcast. Now, what y'all may or may not know is that Primetime, aka Deion Sanders, recently took over the head football coaching job at Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. This just happens to be the hometown of none other than David Banner. Now, what y'all also may or may not know is that Banner and Deion have a great relationship and have had a great relationship. So it's so dope to see these two brothers come together to discuss the gravity of this moment and Deion's decision to come to Jackson State to coach. So let's go ahead and get into it.
What's happening? This is David Banner from the David Banner podcast. Not only do we have one of the greatest football players of all time, but to me, one of the greatest men of all time. Friend, mentor, and mentee at the same time.
How does that work?
I don't even know, man. I mean, brothers and fathers.
You're right.
We all have to teach each other.
That's right.
So is it, should I say Coach Prime or Coach Sanders?
Coach Prime.
Okay, then, that's what I like, man.
Coach Prime.
First of all, man, I just want to tell you, this means a lot to me because I'm from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And the first question that I want to ask you, do you know what you're doing from a history perspective?
Not from a history perspective, but from a heart, from a hope, from a love and the passion of it, yes.
Yeah.
But historically, no.
Well, I'll tell you, man. I believe that you're going to be the Moses that brings our people back home. You know, one of the things that I like about you is you're one of the few people who you have shine with substance and intelligence.
Thank you.
You know, and our people need some shine. You know, we need to shine it up and not ask our children just to come to historically Black colleges because it's the right thing to do, but because we're better than everybody else too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe that you're going to do that. What inspired you to make that move?
Man, you know, last year, around this time, I was preparing for 2 major interviews, man, at some very prominent Power Fives. Killed it. Nailed it. Knocked it out the park. 2, there was second interviews.
Right.
And I knew I was the guy. And then it didn't happen. And I was told for the reasons it didn't happen. And I sat back and said, well, Lord, one thing I do, I trust you. So if that didn't happen, you got to have something better. And I kept on. But those interviews prepared me so much. And then I filled in some little gaps that I thought potentially I could have had. And then when this opportunity came, I said, Lord, I see. I see why that you closed those doors. Right. I understand. Because this isn't about necessarily football. It's about the culture.
Exactly.
It's about our people. It's about not just hope. It's about not even a hand out. It's a hand up. It's the connectivity. It's the unity that is what I feel, and that's what I see, and that's what I know. So it's so much peace that I have before and after the decision was made. I can't even tell you. I've never had this type of feeling in my greatest moments.
Tell us about that moment when you stepped on
hey,
stage and saw a sea full of your people, loving and...
See, you about to get me emotional, man. It was the first time, my brother, that I've ever felt that you are 100% right in what you're doing. And to see our people, man, that's there for you and the dream in this wonderful academic institution, that all they want is the opportunity to win. Just give them the opportunity. Just put them in the game. They just want the opportunity to win and to unify. And it blew my mind to the point that I'm still, you see it, I'm still just, I'm moved.
So what I was told, bro, that they had some people that came on campus who hadn't been on campus for 50, 60 years. They were just talking about the alumni. I mean, from our elders, you know, to people who are about to enroll. Paint that
Man,
picture.
I called Robert Brazile, Hall of Famer. I called Lynn Barney. I called Jackie Slater. I talked to Mr. Payton, Eddie, the brother, and just told them, I said, this is what I'm about to do. I respect you all so much. I want you to know beforehand that is any pointers, any help, anything that can remind me or understand of this, the history that was there, let me know. And I want you guys involved. And then to see some of them call and text and to come back and to be there at the conference, the press conference, it was mind-blowing, man. Right. Dude, it was our people. Yep. Now, the thing about our people don't even understand the ability they have to validate you, to make you feel that love and acceptance that you want. But in the same token, our people could hurt you. Yeah. And all we've ever felt, oftentimes because of our hearts, were the pain.
Pain, right.
From our people.
I'm going through it right now.
So you identify.
Yeah.
But imagine being up there and you've never felt that at 53. Dude.
And then I think the thing on top of it, when people look at you and see all the accolades and all the things that you've done historically, and for people to see that you still haven't had that feeling in something that most people would look at that's so small. And this is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning, man. And it's a true calling. And I'm in the wheel. See, people always talk about, I want to be in the wheel of God. Baby, you don't understand. That wheel gonna turn.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
That wheel gonna turn. And I'm so ready. And I'm just so excited. My lady can tell you, I probably wake up at 4 with thoughts. God is feeding me. Keep a pad right by the bed. I'm writing down ideas and things to just bring us together and get us to the next level. Not only athletically, but just the whole community. One of the first things I did, I met with all the clergy, all the pastors, man. I brought all the men of God. I said, guys, this is the game plan. This is what I want you to do. So I want you to do. I want to do this for you, but I want you to help me with these kids. We got to raise these kids spiritually, psychologically, socially, economically. Then I met with the hood.
I was just about to say, that's why, yeah.
Then I met with the hood.
Yeah.
You know, everybody who running the streets, everybody who's running the gangs, everybody who's putting it down, everybody who is somebody in Jackson and the surrounding areas. I need y'all too, man. Because you know how we grew up. The hood ran it.
And like I told you before, Maynard Jackson did the same thing.
Yeah.
The number runners, the hustlers, the whole nine.
All of them.
Strip clubs, we had to bring it out because we are a community.
All of them.
Regardless. It's culture regardless.
And how just because I'm where I am spiritually, I have the audacity to look down on someone. Are you kidding me?
When we both participated on high and low levels.
Yes. Come on. We were in P-Valley.
Yo, boy.
We were in P-Valley.
Boy.
Looking at the crooked ladder.
I'm sort of still in there, Prime. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm transitioning, brother. I just gotta be honest.
Don't make me choke. Don't make me choke, man.
So look, I'm gonna ask you this, man. Every time you do something great, I learn as a business owner, you always have to have a target audience and a mission statement. Like as far as those young men in football, what is your mission as it pertains to them?
I want these young men to be professionals. Mm-hmm. Most people, when they hear that statement, they think, man, all them kids ain't going pro. You darn right they ain't. Mm-hmm. But guess what? They could be a professional. Mm-hmm. They could be a professional. They could be great fathers. They could be community leaders. Mm-hmm. They could be great sons. Mm-hmm. They could be whatever they desire to be. But what we're going to do it all 110%. Mm-hmm. We're going to chase perfection. Mm-hmm. I want these young men to affect change, man. Mm-hmm. When a kid comes out of JSU and matriculate from our program, when he walks in the room, I want you to know he's there. Mm-hmm. And he don't even have to open his mouth. Just the way he carries himself, the way he holds back his shoulders, the way he holds his head, the way he's articulating himself, the way he try to unite everybody. When he walks in, that temperature should immediately go from 74 to 72 or 73. Mm-hmm. He should cool the whole situation down and calm it. I want to provoke change in every aspect of that community, man. I expect the crime rate to go down, my brother. Yeah. I expect teenage pregnancy to decrease. To decrease. Mm-hmm. I expect the unity. I expect the white, the black, the Hispanic, the Asian, everyone to see each other at a game and say, you know what? Well, that was a good game. And just strike up conversations that they would normally have. Mm-hmm. I expect so much out of us, mm-hmm. but I'm willing to give it as well.
Right. You already giving it.
I'm willing to give it.
You already giving it.
Because how can I ask somebody to pick up trash on the field and I'm not mm-hmm. willing to? Yeah.
Let me ask you this, and this is on a personal side. Do you see the serendipity in our friendship way before? Because for those of you all who don't know, I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah. And so you being the coach, and like our friendship had started 3 to 4 years before that.
Yeah.
And people don't know how tight we actually are. I just thought, I've stopped thinking that it's strange. It's not strange.
It's not strange at all.
It's intentional, but we have to learn to see it. Can you talk about that a little bit?